When the signal first came through, it was dismissed as background noise. The Deep Space Array in Chile had picked up a pulse soft, rhythmic, far too deliberate to be natural. But what caught NASA's attention wasn't the signal itself. It was the location. It came from a planet they hadn't cataloged before, larger than Earth, roughly 1.8 times the mass, orbiting a dim red dwarf 49 light-years away. They called it Gliese X9, and then the signal changed. Dr. Elena Mahmoud, Project lead at the Deep System Listening Lab in Houston, was the first to decode it. "It's single quotes S. binary," she whispered, her voice trembling. But not just binary. Within the static were patterns, words, or maybe names. One of them was hers. Within weeks, every major space agency had turned their ears toward Gliese X9, the signals. We're growing more complex mathematical spirals, Mandelbrot sequences, golden ratios. But laced within those equations were fragments of language, ancient ones. Cuneiform, Latin, Sanskrit. In English, NASA's AI linguistic model LUX translated the message after 3 weeks of silent processing. "You found us. Come closer. We remember what you did." No one knew what that meant. The media labeled it a hoax. Reddit went crazy. Conspiracy theorists said it was aliens. The Vatican went silent. And the Pentagon increased satellite surveillance tenfold. But the world moved on, as it always did. Until the second signal arrived. It didn't come through radio waves this time. It came as a dream. Dr. Mahmoud was the first. Then the technicians. Then janitors. Then people unaffiliated with NASA in entirely different countries. All describing the same vision. A world of crimson skies and jagged mountains. A black tower stretching into the clouds. And eyes, thousands of them, staring. Some woke up, screaming. Some didn't wake up at all. Then came the third signal. Not sound, not dream. A satellite image. At 3:19 AMG, the Hubble telescope, without any manual input, adjusted its position and captured an image of Gliese X9. Only ... It wasn't possible. Hubble couldn't see that deep without weeks of programming. The image showed a city, structures, monoliths of impossible geometry, and on one of those monoliths ... was the NASA logo. Burned, scarred, and half-melted, but undeniably human. Panic spread. Dr. Kevin Roth, a senior astronomer, analyzed the transmission logs from Gliese X9. His face turned pale. "It's not just a planet," he said. "It's a recording device, a black box. And it's been watching Earth for tens of thousands of years." But things didn't truly collapse until an old Voyager signal played back through the DSN, Deep Space Network, one that had never existed in the original transmission logs. It said, "We remember the fire. We remember the exile. You burned our sky, but you could not kill you all. We are human too, but forgotten. We are your first sons." The HFY historians went mad with theories. A lost human civilization? Prehistoric astronauts? An ancient colony? But no one could explain the timeline. No record showed humanity ever reaching GLIESE-X-9. Unless Earth wasn't humanity's origin, unless we were the descendants of those exiled. The signal stopped on the 40th day. All instruments pointed to the Gliese X9 going dark. No electromagnetic output, no thermal signature, as if the planet had switched itself off. But the damage was done. People had already started reporting. Shadows that moved on their own. Lights flickering across entire cities for no explainable reason. Mass sleepwalking events. Children born with vertical pupils and photographic memory. And then came the ships. They weren't ships in the traditional sense. No metal, no thrusters. Just colossal shapes of glass and bone floating silently into our solar system. NASA tried to deny it, but one drifted past the moon, barely visible through Earth's telescopes. Carved into its hull was a phrase in perfect English: "We are coming home." What happened next is still redacted in every official archive. Unofficially. Global militaries activated nuclear contingency plans. Unofficially. A small town in Alaska vanished overnight, its people replaced with carbon shadows fused into the fur. Ground. Unofficially. The dreams never stopped. But this isn't a horror story, because humans fought back. We remembered who we were, what we were built from, what kind of fire ran in our blood. And when the so-called exile landed on Earth, expecting reverence, expecting surrender, we gave them war. They brought their telepathy, their illusions, their cursed technology, but we brought shotguns, EMPs, and orbital railguns. They screamed in frequencies that shattered windows, but Marines kept marching. They collapsed mines, but hackers countered with neural firewalls. Coded in less than a week. They bled black. We bled red. They thought Earth was just a homecoming. They didn't realize Earth was the upgrade. Conclusion log entry, Dr. Mahmood, year 2031. They were our past, yes, the forgotten version. A darker humanity. But they left us behind because they were afraid of us. And now they came home, only to learn that evolution didn't stop. We carried forward what they tried to erase. We're not just human anymore. We're Earthborn.